And I got stand them up, and I like animal, animal. Still eating your banana. The world taking shots, boy. No camera. Grab the shit, and I'm booming, and I'm booming. Hit the grand room, and you know I'm funky. Drop a can of Chevy, earn sorta like a pumpkin. Sitting on the toilet, cause still getting funky. Pull me out the stage, but I'm still getting money. As a cartoon, man, I'm still looking funny. Look like Winnie the Pooh, don't make me steal your honey. I'm great to do, man. Keep it 100. Eating on some squirrel meat when I get hungry. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? No, that's an old ass song. I'm pretty sure that song not even meant to be on YouTube anymore. That Shout Bus Shouty. That's an old throwback from the good old days of the 2000s. I don't know if y'all remember the old back when Waka Flocka first came out. Waka Flocka, OJ Juice Man, what was that? Gucci Mane, all them dumbass rappers. Oh shit! Why did I close that tab? There we go. But thank you all for coming out. We're about to get started on this show. I wanted to plug something that we got going on in case you didn't know. Let me find it real quick. Hope y'all are doing great out there. It's gonna be a long fucking day today. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nick also has a show going on at 6 o'clock. So yeah, let me share this with you guys real quick.
Here's a reminder. We have an event going down in Chicago with the Black Panther Cubs. I'm trying to give away 20,000 diapers, food, and clothes to those in need. If you are in Chicago and you would like to attend this meeting, hit me up personally. I will give you my personal phone number, and we can connect and do the damn thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a hell of a ride. If you've been with us for the years of RBN, then you know, this is long overdue, and it's just great to rebuild these bridges and walk through the fire and still be standing tall. So if you would like to contribute, once again, I'm going to drop the links below. And shout out to Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Without you, this would not be possible. Shout out to all of our followers, supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing. We're going to be doing some great things for people in need, especially in these times where nobody can afford anything. So if you can, please donate. And we're going to make sure that those donations get to where they need to be. We're going to make sure that the people get their diapers, their food. And we're going to make sure we push revolutionary spirit. And it's going to be a great time. So if you would like to, come out during Chicago, please come out and help us out. It's going to be a great day, man. I'm telling you, July 16th is going to be a beautiful day. And I just wanted to thank you in advance, because without you guys' support, I don't know what we would do. We would be dead in the water. So, yeah.
We're gonna have a get together, a giveaway, events. It's gonna be nice, man. I talked to Chairman Fred Hampton. We got everything going. Had to twerk a couple of things on this flyer a couple of times. Shout out to Robin for helping us out with this flyer. We're trying to raise $8,000. And also, if you can, please donate to save the Hampton House. We're gonna do baby clothes. I don't know about the gift cards. I don't know. Maybe you should just put that up there. But we're gonna do baby clothes and barbecue. So, yeah, it's gonna be nice. July 16th. Damn, I gotta sneeze. Oh shit. All that cocaine. No, I'm playing. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be a nice day. Man, to be in this space where I can connect with the Black Panther Cubs and connect with like-minded people, help out people. I want to thank you all, man. Y'all make this possible. Y'all make this possible. If you are here from the OG days, then RBN has been through hell with this shit. RBN has been through hell, man. And there's been thousands of people smearing us about our name and whatnot, but that's neither here nor there. I'm glad to be here now, and to be where we was at a couple of years ago, working on rebuilding these bridges. It's gonna be a beautiful time, man. And I want to thank you all who have donated so far. Yesterday, we got a good chunk of donations. It was going great. Man, I can't believe we have the support that we have. But if you would like to donate, the links, it's not the links, but these are the links. You can go on my page, find it. Scroll down just a bit, you can find them. And I have them strolling across the bottom. I'm sorry if y'all can hear my girlfriend. She's on Twitter. She's on TikTok cussing out people on live. But yeah. Oh, donate to Cash App, Tour for the Poor, PayPal, Unholy Realm 6, Venmo, Tour for the Poor, all lowercase. You guys are gonna witness history, man. You're gonna witness history. I'm getting my speech ready. Nick will be there. I'm trying to get Sabby out there. JB still can't travel because he just had that transplant, so he can't travel until like 6 months or something like that without becoming ill. So yeah, I was hoping that I can get everybody out there, but it is what it is. We're gonna take what we can get. If you are out there in the Chicago area and you would like to help us out, pass out the diapers, cook the food, and we're gonna be collecting donations for the Hampton House in person. All proceeds will go directly to Fred Hampton Jr. We're gonna need a lot of hands on deck. So if you are in the Chicago area, if you can get to Chicago, fly, walk, drive, ride your fucking bike, swim across the fucking Michigan River. I don't give a fuck. Get your ass there. And we're gonna no excuses for JB no more. Yeah, once all this shit is done, yeah, he have to start traveling. I told him, like, you're gonna have to come up to the library when I first open it, but it's gonna be beautiful. Thank you all for donating so far, and let's get on with this. Let's get on with this shit. There's been a lot going on, man. Like, and you know what's so funny is, everybody is calling out AOC for blatantly lying to the people. Lying, telling us that the Democrats were working tirelessly for a ceasefire, and that just wasn't true. It wasn't true at all. And instead of these Democrats calling out AOC, they are mad at us for calling out AOC, Biden, and Kamala Harris. They're mad at us for telling them the truth. And they like, oh, how can we trust this story? How can we trust this story? It came from the direct sources. Like, I don't. Like, AOC can hand these people a sandwich full of shit. And you'll be like, man, I wouldn't eat a manure sandwich. I don't know about you. It's not manure, it's Nutella. Like, no, that's shit. That's shit. And they are, instead of being like, damn, we got tricked. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, maybe we should hold these people accountable more? No. They are in the comments going after leftists and I guess conservatives. I don't know why conservatives are calling this shit out too, because they don't give a fuck about what Israel do. They just care that a Democrat got caught lying. But they don't give a fuck about Palestinians. They don't give a fuck about nothing outside of their borders. They want to lock everybody inside of the borders and kick everybody else outside of these borders. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck is they thing. But hold on, let me share my screen with you guys. Let's see.
Investigation. A truly incredible and utterly damning quote is out in an Israeli investigation. This is Israel's Channel 13. Interviewed Michael Herzog, former Israeli ambassador, and he says here, God did the state of Israel a favor that Biden was the president during this period. We fought for over a year, and the administration never came to us and said, ceasefire now. It never did. That's not to be taken for granted. That is just one piece of this Channel 13 investigation. What you may have noticed is that there is much more willingness in Israel to be open about what Israel is doing in Gaza. The things that they publish there would be either censored or just blocked from publication here in the United States. In Israel, for whatever reason, we can talk about that later at length. They're freer to talk about what's actually happening. Now, Dan Coe, who's a former Biden administration official, also interviewed John Feiner, who's a top State Department official, and posted that video today. He said a similar thing. He said that it was a reasonable argument to say that the U.S. did not do enough to pressure Israel to let in humanitarian aid and to reduce civilian casualties. That, of course, is putting it quite gently. Feiner also made the point, and I think it's worth underscoring, that that's no longer even the debate that we're having with the Trump administration. Now the question is, why are they putting zero pressure on Netanyahu? And now we have the ugly answer to what happens if there is zero pressure put on Israel to get humanitarian aid in or to reduce civilian casualties. You have civilian casualties explode in a way we haven't seen in many months, and you have food aid completely blocked since March 2nd. Let me underline it. Since March 2nd, not a single truck with food or medicine has been allowed into Gaza.
I want to know who believed this shit anyway. I want to know who believed this shit anyway. You're telling me that America, like, I know some of you liberals going to say, well, Netanyahu is going to do whatever he wants. Biden can't control him. Yes, the fuck he can. We can cut off aid. All that money that we spend for their universal health care, for their housing, all that money that we spend on them, the weapons, that's all he had to do is stop sending weapons. It would have been a ceasefire. Who believed this shit? I didn't believe it when it came out of AOC mouth at all, or Kamala Harris when she said it herself. We're working on a deal to get a ceasefire and return of the hostages back home. Whole time they don't give a fuck about no hostages. If they can blow up children in Gaza, what makes you think they give a fuck about any hostages? Anybody. They can sit here while our own people and citizens here are starving, going through housing crisis. They are fucking literally up to their neck. If they can watch you die, what makes you think they give a fuck about anybody besides themselves and you know their pocketbooks and everybody who invested in them and they're burying their friends? Who believed this shit? Because I know when AOC first said it, a lot of people was like, no, because if y'all wanted a ceasefire, it would have happened. It would have been happened. But what we get is, oh, it's not a genocide. Bernie Sanders. Bernie is not a genocide Sanders. That's what we get. This is the best that y'all can do. Y'all pushing liberalism, and it's getting nothing but it's doing nothing but getting people killed. Literally getting people killed. I don't understand what is the plan here. I don't know what is the plan for the future of the Democratic Party, because if you look at Gen Z, I don't think they're going to be big on voting. I don't think they're going to be big on getting inside of this Democratic Party and try to push politicians to the left, because as we can see, that shit is a sham. That shit is a sham. You cannot push genocidal maniacs to the left. And even if you could push a genocidal maniac further left, then what? They're just psychopaths? They're still going to kill people. They're still going to starve people. Like the same liberals that was bragging, America built a port in Gaza to get aid in. And that same port that they were supposed to use to bring aid in for the children of Gaza and to the West Bank was used for military strategies. It was used to commit genocide. And then they broke it up and moved it. Do y'all remember that? I remember seeing videos of that. It's crazy. The times that we are living in is fucking insane. And I don't think anybody should be trying to be part of any of these parties. Because once you put your name by these people, you vote for these people and whatnot, that is an endorsement of genocide. And whether that be Donald Trump and JD Vance, whether that be Bernie Sanders, AOC, Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders, whoever the fuck, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, your vote is an endorsement for genocide. And I think we really need to press that through people's heads, because there is no way, you know what I'm saying, you can look at everything that's going on and be like, oh yeah, we just need to, we just need a little bit of work, but we're not as bad as these guys. You are, there is no, I'm not just as bad. You are just as bad. You are worse, actually, because you're supposed to be the good guys, but you are committing genocide. And now you liberals are saying Trump is going to flatten Gaza. Where is Gaza? Flattening what? What are they going to flatten? There's nothing there. Have you seen the videos, the pictures? Have you seen what's actually going down there? No. You're trying to put your thoughts on to the next man for something that you voted for. You voted for this shit. So don't say, oh, well, Trump is going to flatten Gaza. Gaza is flattening. It's gone. It's going to take generations to rebuild the fucking place. And it's all your fault. It's all your fault. You want to know how it is your fault? Because the people on the left, the communists, the socialists, the Maoists, whatever the fuck you guys want to call yourselves these days, we told you what was going to happen in advance. We told you what was going to happen in advance. You didn't take our word for what it was. We seen this shit happen play by play, not only in Gaza, but throughout South America, Cuba. We seen what they have done to Korea. We dropped a bomb on Japan. A nuke. I'm sorry, not a bomb. We dropped a nuke on their ass. We dropped the sun on them. You're not about. I'm not about to sit here and play these stupid games with. Play these stupid games with you people. When I notice a pattern, if I'm noticing a pattern, and it repeats itself every fucking time. You don't have to be a smart motherfucker to even notice these things. You don't have to be the top in your class to know that your government is genocidal. Not only is they killing people all across the world, doing coup de grace whenever they feel like these countries are not going to work in their favor or they can't use their resources for their benefit. Like, you're not about to tell. Maybe you just stupid. I don't know. Maybe you just stupid. Or maybe you just willfully ignorant. Maybe you just willfully ignorant. Maybe you don't want to know the truth. You don't want to know the truth. Because if you did, you would have listened to the leftists when we said this shit is gonna happen. It doesn't matter who's in office. And y'all trying to scare us with Trump. Oh, 2025. And this is why I didn't give a fuck. Because you trying to fearmonger instead of saying, hey, we're gonna do better. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure that we take care of these undocumented citizens, help them get their citizenship so they can, not only pay taxes, but benefit from those taxes that they pay. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, we're going to stop these wars. We're going to stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. We're going to negotiate with Putin. You guys are bloodthirsty. Instead of that, you said we're going to be tougher on the border than Trump. You said that we wouldn't be Putin apologists or Putin puppets, whatever the fuck you guys call it nowadays. You don't see how you are just as bloodthirsty as a Republican, then you're not trying to see that. There is no fucking way you are actually paying attention. There's no way you are actually paying attention. You know what you do when you get your politician in office? Y'all go to brunch. Y'all turn off the TVs. Y'all stop listening to commentators. Y'all stop listening to independent media and sometimes CNN and Fox News. The only time y'all bring the shit up is when they say something they don't like about your politicians. Because that's the only time y'all say something to us about the shit. When we say AOC is complicit in genocide, and they say, no, she's the best that we got. Well, if that's the best that you got, I feel sorry for the future of politics in America. If AOC and Bernie Sanders is the best that America can produce for politics, this ain't getting nowhere fast. And I'm not going to hold my breath for these psychopaths to do the right thing. What the fuck do you mean working tirelessly for a ceasefire? Just stop sending them weapons, bitch. What you mean? Just stop sending weapons. It's not that fucking hard. But what y'all going to say? Israel has a right to defend itself. Against who? There is no military operations that the people of Gaza is carrying out. They don't have the same equipment that we have. There's no army. There's no military. Defend themselves for what? Themselves? What are you guys talking about? Hold on. Oh, shit. Shit, it's raining cats and dogs out there, motherfucker. I thought somebody was trying to break in my house. What idiot said that? Lots of idiots. Lots of idiots said that. I'll be on Twitter all day. I'm chronically online. Do you have a dog room? No, I'm not a dog person. I wish I had a cat, though. Yeah, it's a lot of people who taking up for these fucking politicians for them not doing their job. By the time they decide, everyone will be dead. Everybody everybody who can fight back. Everybody who has the voice to speak up. Oh yeah, that's a cat lover. Yeah, we cat friendly over here. We love cats. Cats is the best. Cats is probably the best pets. I think cats are probably like the best pets. I like You know, cats' independence. I like their independence. And when they done with you, when they sick of you, shit, they ain't got to put up with your shit, nigga. You know how many people I can just be walking around, somebody would pick me up, and then they take care of me. If I feel like you're not giving me my wet food, you said I'm supposed to eat at 5 o'clock. It's 5:05. Where the fuck is my wet food? You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah. I gotta find a new house. I need a new family. This one ain't doing it. This ain't cutting it. Dog, this shit is so funny to me, man, because they would never, even though we are right, they still won't give us our props. They're gonna say, oh, well, this is a lie, that is a lie, this is a lie. Okay, well, you believe this is a lie, but you didn't believe, but you believe the lies that AOC, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden told you that they was gonna bring the hostages home. Israel has killed more hostages than Hamas ever will. Hamas don't have a record for killing hostages. They use them as negotiation, as a negotiation tool. Like, look, we have your kids. Do not bomb us. And what they do, they just bomb them. So Israel don't give a fuck about the kids. America don't give a fuck about the hostages, because if they did, they wouldn't send Israel the weapons used to bomb their own fucking citizens. Are we being fucking serious here? What is wrong with y'all? Sandy wouldn't lie. Oh, I forgot that was her name. I forgot that was her name. That's crazy. She give a bad name to all the Sandys. Shout out to all my Sandys who not genocidal maniacs and careerists. They putting their career over human lives. That's fucking crazy. But what did we learn? Nothing. Not a damn thing, because a lot of y'all are going to be afraid of the next Republican and say, well, you know, I know the Democrats are crap, but. I remember, there's always that stripper's ass. It's always a big old butt in the middle of, yeah, the Democrats are trash. Yeah, they committed genocide. Yeah, they are actively starving our people. Yes, they killed many black leaders. They killed Fred Hampton. They killed Malcolm X. But. There's always some fucking but. No, it ain't no fucking but. The Democrats are trash. That's it. Where's y'all getting this butt from? When we compare the two parties as a unit party, when we say Democrats set it up for Republicans to knock it down, look at what's going on right now. Look at what's going on right now. They didn't put anything in place for us at all. Joe Biden has left us nothing. And now Trump can starve us out. He didn't prepare us. They had all of these things that they had to say about the man, but they didn't prepare us for, you know what I'm saying, try to put anything in place, try to codify any laws to make sure that he can't, you know, do the things that he's doing now. They didn't repair any relationships. Trump and Biden is just as bloodthirsty on China. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are the same. Oh, we're going to protect Taiwan. Taiwan is a part of China's territory. That's in our laws. That's in our laws. One China. One China. I guess we forgot about all that. No, we got to go to war. We got to go to war. We got to go kill more people. For what? For what? Because you're not the superpower anymore. Boo fucking who? China taking over. Boo fucking who? Who fault is that? Who fault is it that China is taking over with manufacturing and being a supplier of the world? Who fault is that exactly? Because I live in Detroit. I remember the NAFTA deal. Do you? You remember the NAFTA deal? Who fault is it that China is taking over with manufacturing? While people would rather, travel to China, shop, and then come back home instead of shopping online and getting American made. Nothing is American made nowadays, but you get where you know where I'm getting with this motherfucker. Don't play stupid. Oh shit. See, the thing is, I just said this before. Capitalists are stupid. Capitalists are stupid. Money don't make you smart. Money don't make you smart. They sold out our country. They sold out our country for a quick buck, for a couple of dollars. And then want to turn around and say, these people are making, no. That was you. That was Democrats. Yeah, I remember Hillary Clinton, all of you motherfuckers, y'all all signed off on it. And now y'all want to go to war with China because y'all can't even tie their shoes. You can't even lace their shoes. You can't even polish their shoes. Fuck lacing them. What the hell? This is your fault. This is the fault of capitalism, and this is the result of capitalism. This will always be how capitalism works because they will always sell you out. Shit, capitalists will sell themselves out. Capitalism will sell themselves out, and I mean that in a way of they are going to give us the means it takes to throw a violent revolution. You think they want to give up while there's no gun laws in America? Now, I'm not disagreeing with that. Of course, I want everybody to have their weapons. I want everybody to protect themselves from people around them and from the government. Of course. But these capitalists, we're not making the guns. We don't have the manufacturing to make no fucking guns. They're going to sell us the guns. They're going to sell us the RPGs. They're going to give us the wood for the guillotine. They're going to give us the metal for the blades. Oh, yeah. Capitalists going to sell themselves out because this is what happens. And this is the result. Tell me one capitalist society that haven't sold themselves out and sold themselves short. Because when you're thinking about money, you're not thinking about a long-term goal. China is thinking 500 years in the future. They're thinking like, okay, if we go here, we do this, blah, blah, this and that. Damn, okay, erase that. Let's go back. They're thinking ahead of the game. We're thinking about, okay, if I sell this, I sell my portfolio, I can get $100 million right now and just be. What's good, Paul? What's good? And look, those same Chinese peasants that we borrow money for, that we borrow money from, is saving our peasants. And I know we talked about this a couple of weeks ago with Chinese manufacturing companies is giving us the sauce. They're giving us the sauce. They're like, look, man, we're tired of going through the middleman anyway. If you want to buy this shit, come to us directly. We'll sell it to you. Free shipping. Free shipping. Actually, let's talk about that. Because I was going to talk about, let's talk about hold on, let me see. Did I save them? All right, here we go. Arnold.
America, this is not a joke. All these videos and stories you've heard about the ports, this is real.
This is from yesterday.
This is Shanghai right now on the National Aquamarine site. Every single circle here in Shanghai is a vessel that's just sitting there. Now let's take a look at America. Here's Los Angeles, one of our busiest ports. Nobody's there. I even looked at Philadelphia and New York. Nothing. Then I thought about Washington State, huge ports. Nothing. Back to China. That's what I'm saying. This is not good. So these articles are not lying. Huge decline at LA port is a hit to truckers and a stark warning of coming tariff damage. I would say so. Once again, that's LA right now. Nothing. There's nothing there. Even Financial Times from Vision, a data provider, showed.
And if y'all do not know, LA port is the busiest port that we have. It is the busiest port that we have. Got thousands of fucking shit coming in every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much shit that we was getting from that port. And now it looks like one of my hoods in Detroit. Empty.
Container bookings from China to the U.S. fell 45% by mid-April. I don't think they're coming, people. I mean, this shit is everywhere. Empty ports, empty shelves. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but if you see the amount of circles on this map right here in Shanghai, the world's busiest port, that means they might not be coming. I just want people to know this is real. And we have...
How about them tariffs, y'all? How about them tariffs, y'all? This is what happens when you don't think for the future. You're trying to manhandle these countries who have, if not just as much or more power than us, bully their way into countries. They actually use soft power. They build roads and relationships. The same roads that we bomb. They build hospitals. We don't even build hospitals for our own fucking citizens. And you want to go against people who has a way better reputation, way more manufacturing than America. All these fucking dumbass Trump supporters, they need us to buy their stuff. Do they? Do they? Because you know we only like 15% of the motherfuckers who buy this shit. You know you're not the center of the world. You know that, right? You're not the only country, you know what I'm saying, who buy things from China. And it's getting so bad that the EU, I like this. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hater. I'm hating a little bit. I'm hating a little bit because the EU about to take the tariffs off them Chinese cars, man. So you about to have Chinese vehicles all through the fucking Europe, and we don't get one. Those nice cheap cars with all those fucking gadgets look like a motherfucking Batmobile and shit. Park itself and swim in water. You know, I live in Detroit. We had got flooded a couple of times. People lost a lot of their cars. I mean, thousands of fucking cars were on the road because, you know, we don't have cars that can survive floods in 2025 for some reason. Fucked up. We don't get no good cell phones. We get these whack ass iPhones. Oh, it got a new camera. Bro, if you don't get the fuck out my face, you know what? How about this? I'm gonna make somebody take this iPhone and record me beating your ass. If you don't get the fuck out my face with that bullshit. I don't give a fuck about your camera. That's all they got to offer. Oh, we got a new camera. That's it. God damn. The EU working on taking these tariffs off. Hey, it's not looking good for America, man. It's not looking good for America. And seeing how bad our car industry is doing, seeing how shitty Tesla is, not only Tesla, I'm going to call out some homegrown shit. Shit that I worked on. Chrysler has been shitty all my life. Chrysler has created some of the most shittiest cars I have ever fucking seen and ever fucking drove. Chrysler, Ford, all of your workers are on drugs because they don't have good insurance and they don't get days off. When we worked at Ford, I sold a lot of drugs there because people have to stay up. They need their Percocets. They need their fucking cocaine. They have to stay up and slave for the man and oil the machine. The same with fucking GM. Shitty ass trucks. Haven't expanded a damn thing. Haven't improved a damn thing. These trucks have been shitty for a while now. Ram, your trucks are shitty. Chevy, shitty. Break down to the point to where we can't even afford the motherfucker no more. We can't even afford this shit. We can't afford to buy them. You telling me a new truck costs $100,000? Who the fuck coming out of $100,000? And what happens when this $100,000 vehicle breaks down? I'm gonna fix it with my 9 to 5 with $35,000 a year. It's going down, down, down. Red Knight's going down. Down, down, down. Red Knight's going down. Why did I have to be born here? Why did I have to be born here? And you know what? You know what? I'm happy. I'm happy that these car manufacturers are going the fuck down. This is karma. This is karma, bitch. I remember we were supposed to build a train in Detroit to get people around the east sides from downtown, and it was across some fucking suburbs. We were supposed to build a trolley, not even a fucking train. It was just a trolley. They put $1 billion against that shit. The big three put $1 billion against public transportation in Detroit, of all places, where a big ass city at, where you can't even get around anywhere without a fucking vehicle. You can't get around nowhere. I mean, you can go to the liquor store. You maybe be able to walk to the fucking grocery store, but to work, no. Because more likely, if you're living in Detroit, your job is outside of Detroit. You're working across 8 Mile. You're working on 16, 17, Grossback. You're working in fucking Roseville or some shit like that. You're not working in Detroit. You're living in Detroit because that's all you can afford. Because if you go and live where you work, your rent is over $2,000. So it's karma. It's karma. Tesla, you going down because it's karma. Put all that money against public transportation. And I remember we was talking about this. They don't want public transportation because it would create more socialists. It would create more socialists. More people would get out of their bubbles of what they think the world really is. If you had a Kansas boy that grew up on a fucking farm, instead of him talking shit about me in Detroit, he can come see it for himself. He can come see how capitalism left us. Right. We'll be able to connect more. We'll be able to share more thoughts and be able to feed way more people with way less resources. I don't have to fucking use all this petrol to fucking travel from here to there. I won't have to fly just to go and do a giveaway in fucking Florida or some shit like that. If we have the same train, shit, even if we had the trains in Europe, that would be okay. That would be better than what the fuck we have now. But no, they don't want us to do it because they like, look, if we let these niggas connect, they're gonna learn, they're gonna start learning, they're gonna kill us. Oh shit. Oh man, yeah, I live in the burbs now, man, and I see a lot of cyber cars, and I do like this every time. I do like this every time I see them. That shit ass. Those are hideous, and it's not even a fucking truck. It's an SUV more than anything. It's an SUV more than anything. You can't do anything with that truck. You can't move anything with that truck. You can't tow anything with that truck. You can't even pull that truck out of mud by itself. Do it got 4-wheel drive? It don't look like it. It don't look like it. That is the ugliest piece of shit I have ever seen. And there is some ugly cars out there, but that takes the cake. That takes the cake. And you paid $100 grand for that. You a sucker. You know that? You was a sucker. Them motherfuckers be on TikTok and Reddit crying. Oh, my panel is peeling off and I found glue and blah blah. And you would think, okay, if I look at the reviews on something, if I wanted to say, oh, they just opened up a restaurant. Let me look at the reviews. And all the reviews say, I got food poisoning. They put their balls in my chili. I wouldn't go there. But these people who buying these Teslas, they see the reviews saying, hey, you know, Tesla is being sued right now because they are calculating more miles than they are actually putting on. The drivers are not putting on the miles that the car said it is. So if I look at all of these reviews and I seen that everybody said, damn, these cars fucking suck. You know, I'm like, let me go buy one. It's not going to be the same for me. And now you got balls in your chili. You complain about balls in your chili when we told you. Americans are stupid, bro. Y'all gotta be some of the stupidest people ever, bro. Ever. There is no fucking way. Oh man. I'm having a good time. I haven't been on this motherfucker in a while, y'all. Thank you all for coming out. Please like, share, subscribe. It's only gonna help us get this video out there more. For everybody who's new, for everybody that's new and don't know, January. I'm thinking about my birthday. My birthday, January 16th. But July 16th, we're gonna be doing a giveaway with the Black Panther Cubs with the chairman, Fred Hampton Jr. himself. If you would like to donate, we're gonna be first of all, let me rewind back. We're gonna be giving away diapers, food, clothes. It's gonna be a barbecue. We're gonna do speeches. We're gonna collect donations out there. If you guys would like to help us out, if you have $1, $5, 500, 5,000, it doesn't matter. Send what you can. Shit is below. Cash App, Tour for the Poor, PayPal, Unholy Rome 6, Venmo, Tour for the Poor, all lowercase. You will see my my ugly mug on there. So you cannot miss out. I'm pretty sure I'm the only nigga that look like this in the world. Besides probably my dad and my son. But well, my dad ain't on the world no more. That nigga died of cancer. I'm glad he did though. That nigga fucked up. But if you can, please donate to the stroll links below. And you know, we're gonna make sure that the people get what they want and what they need. We're gonna I'm gonna be heading to, I'm trying to find my friend with a pickup truck. One of my friends just sold his pickup truck, and the other one, his is down. His Chevy is down. His Chevy is down, and he can't fix it because he ain't got no money. Ain't that what we was just saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna try to find somebody who can take me to Sam's Club. We're gonna stack up on a whole bunch of fucking diapers, wipes. You know, get started on diapers and wipes first because we can actually sit those out, and nothing would happen to them and whatnot. But I am going to be buying the food at least 2 days before we head out there. Shit. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Everybody that's new, you don't know. This is our flyer. You can go on my Twitter, check it out. Family barbecue and fundraiser tour for the poor with the Hampton House. Save the Hampton House. Oh, and also donate to the Hampton House. We're trying to get 20,000 diapers, baby clothes, and a whole bunch of food. Excuse me. I think I had to buy a barbecue grill too. I'm gonna ask the chairman, does he have one? But we're gonna be at the Hampton House. If you're in Chicago and can help us out in any way, that be talking to people, collecting donations, passing out diapers, anything that you can do, please come out. We're gonna need all hands on deck for this. Like I said earlier, Nick will be out there with me, and it's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day, man. Y'all want to miss out, y'all. Don't miss out. Be a part of this. Telling you, you're gonna want to be a part of this. This is history in the making. This is history in the making, y'all. This is history, and we are writing history right now. Kids are gonna read about this in their books one day, and you're gonna want to be a part of this. So please, if you can, donate to Tour for the Poor, Cash App, Tour for the Poor, PayPal, Unholy Rome 6, Venmo, Unholy Rome 6. We're gonna make sure everything gets to the right people. And I appreciate all the love, support that you guys have given us. Even if you can't donate, go on my links, go on my page, share it, retweet, quote tweet. Let it, let it be known that we're coming out there and we're going to be helping those in need, especially in these trying times where people can't afford a damn thing. The tariffs is kicking everybody fucking asses, and it's just horrible, man. It's just horrible things going on right now. We got to be there for the people, because look, one thing I believe in is revolutionary spirit, but you're not going to get it out of people who's not paying attention. And the people who's more likely not paying attention is the ones who's going through the worst. They don't have time to pay attention to politics because they have to feed their children. But if they can see that a handful of us can do something so great like this, it'll change their minds. It'll probably get them more involved with mutual aid programs. It'll get them, asking questions like, how do we, join? How can we support you in your cause and stuff like that? And this is how we create more revolutionaries. I'm on the wrong fucking page. Let me stop yapping. Let's get back to this, Captain. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Casey, I just sent you up there. Casey, thank you. Tour for the Poor all motherfucking day. Somebody was like, that is a bad name. Why you name it Tour for the Poor? I said, nigga, because we go around and we help poor people. What you want me to call it? Tour for the middle class? Tour for the rich? Feed the rich? Feed the middle class? What you want me to call it? What the fuck you mean? What, you don't like being called poor? You don't like that you're poor? You don't like that you're poor? Woo. I'm calling like I see it. Oh, man. All right. So it was another failed coup out there in Burkina Faso, and we're going to talk about this. So let me share my screen with you guys. Was it TikTok? Yes.
No one moves, he said. The betrayal didn't come from across the border. It came from across the table. President Ibrahim Traoré thought he had secured Burkina Faso's future, but behind palace walls, one of his closest allies was selling him out. Military secrets were leaking, foreign agents were closing in, and the plan? Take him out before the elections. This is the untold story of a silent war, a trap set in whispers, a country hunted from the shadows, and a president who turned betrayal into a weapon. Welcome to the world of research. Welcome to the large family of wisdom in narrations. The night was quiet in Ouaga, too quiet. President Ibrahim Traoré stood by the palace window. The city slept, but in the stillness, he felt it. Something was off, a tension in the air, like a storm waiting to break. Something was wrong. For weeks, pieces had started to fall apart in strange ways. Military operations were being exposed, hidden meetings were compromised, enemies were showing up in places they shouldn't be. They were moving with too much precision, as if they had a map, his map. This wasn't bad luck. This was betrayal. And Ibrahim felt it deep in his chest, in the space where loyalty used to live. Someone close to him, very close, was a traitor. Burkina Faso had finally started to break free. Ibrahim had made enemies doing what his people had long hoped for. He had expelled the foreign troops. He reclaimed the nation's gold. He gave the people back their land, their voice, their pride. But the old powers were furious. They were used to holding the strings. Now that he had cut them, they were trying to tie new ones, in silence, in darkness, through spies hiding behind suits and fake smiles. Then one night, everything shifted. A young officer, Captain Naba Zongo, sent an urgent message to the palace. He'd been assigned to monitor radio frequencies in the north, routine until he intercepted a strange signal. It was hidden inside what looked like a farming report. Boring stuff. But it wasn't about crops. It was about war, maps, coordinates, names, military secrets, information only the president's most trusted team should have known. That night, under complete lockdown, Ibrahim called a secret meeting. Midnight, no phones, no outsiders, only the few he trusted to breathe in that room. The tension could be sliced with a whisper. "Zongo," he said quietly, "put the papers on the table." They all leaned in. The room went still. The name at the top of the intelligence leak, Colonel Ouattara, an old friend, a man who once took a bullet beside Ibrahim, a man who now sat beside him in briefings, a man who laughed with him at their children's birthdays, trusted with everything, including the country's most sensitive defenses. The air turned cold. Dongo, one of Ibrahim's most loyal officers, said it first. He's been feeding them for months. Ibrahim didn't flinch. His heart felt like it had been ripped from his chest. But "No one moves," he said. "No one arrests him." The room looked confused. "We wait. We watch." He took a breath, slow and steady.
Sorry to interrupt y'all story. Ryan, thank you for the $25 towards the giveaway. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
"If there's a snake in this house, we don't kill it yet." He looked every man in the eye. "First, we follow it to the nest." The next few days felt like walking through fire. Ibrahim went about his duties like nothing had changed. He gave speeches, shook hands, smiled for cameras. But inside, he was watching. Every gesture, every pause, every glance from Colonel Ouattara. And Ouattara smiled too, like a man with no weight. Too calm, too clean. Behind the scenes, the real war had begun. Captain Zongo and a hand-picked team tracked Colonel Ouattara's every move. They tapped his calls, followed his car, marked every meeting, every handshake. Then came the break. Ouattara left the palace after midnight. No guards, no driver, just a black car into the dark. Every time, same route. Every time, same house. Near the French embassy, it looked empty, but Ibrahim had seen enough to know what a safe house looked like. They planted a camera, a hidden one, across the street. And then, truth. On one cold night, the camera caught everything. Ouattara entering the house. Inside, 2 foreign men in suits, 1 American, 1 European. They handed him a black suitcase. He gave them a folder. Inside that folder, the president's private travel plans for the next month. It was the proof Ibrahim needed. He watched the footage in the dark, jaw tight, fists clenched. The man who once stood beside him in war was selling him like cattle. But Ibrahim didn't rage. He got smart. He picked up the phone, called Dongo. "It's time." The next morning, Colonel Ouattara was invited to a meeting, top floor of the defense building. He walked in like always, calm, confident, smiling. But this time, there were no warm greetings, no handshakes, just 10 soldiers in full gear. And at the center of the room, President Ibrahim Traoré himself, standing still, like a mountain. Colonel Ouattara froze. The smile that had been so easy to wear faded in seconds. "You were my brother," Ibrahim said. His voice didn't shout. It thundered. "Why, Ouattara?" Ouattara said nothing. He couldn't. His mouth moved slightly, but no words came. Ibrahim stepped closer. No one moves, he said. No one arrests. You sold this country. For what? He said. Dollars? Promises? You really think they'll protect you now? Still no answer. Captain Dongo opened the black suitcase on the table. Inside, stacks of money, tracking devices, a USB drive filled with betrayal. You're not going to prison, Ibrahim said coldly. You're going to talk. And with that, the room went dead silent. A storm was brewing, and it wasn't outside the palace. Colonel Ouattara now sat alone in a small concrete room underground. No windows, no clock, no sleep, just silence. He looked nothing like the man he once was. The polished uniform was gone, the fire in his eyes extinguished. Now, he looked like a man running from his own shadow. Behind a one-way mirror, President Ibrahim Traoré stood, watching. His face revealed nothing, but inside, his heart ached. This man, this traitor, was once family. They had eaten together, fought side by side, shared stories of pain and hope, and now they were enemies. Captain Dongo entered the room and dropped the USB on the table between them. We opened it, he said. Every file, every name, every secret you handed over. Ouattara stared at the floor. You don't have to talk, Dongo added. But once they hear you've been caught, they'll leave you behind. You're nothing to them now. They don't care, he continued, voice lower. We're your only chance. Time dragged on. Hours passed. The silence grew heavier. The walls seemed to press in. Then finally, Ouattara broke. His voice trembled. They came to me a year ago, he said. Americans, Europeans. First they flattered me, then the money came, then promises, a house in Paris, a post with the UN power. He paused. After Ibrahim fell, they wanted Burkina Faso back, he added. Its gold, its land, its soul. And I believed them. I thought they'd protect me. His voice dropped to a whisper. But now I see. They were only using me.
And this goes to show it doesn't matter if you if you want to build something that's revolutionary, you want to liberate your people, you know what I'm saying? You want to do all the right things that you can do in your power, you know, with the time that you have on this earth. It doesn't matter if you was with these people, they fought with you, they bled with you, they ate with you. A lot of these people around you will sell you out. This is why if you was to build something, you have to constantly vet. You have to, and I know it's like, oh, there's no solidarity, there's no trust and blah, blah. But when you're doing something so big on a scale that not only, you know, France, but America wants you dead, they want to overthrow your land. When you're doing something like that, then yes, it is important to vet everybody every day. Check on and see that they're doing their fucking job and doing the right thing and staying on the right path. Because if you don't, you see what happens. You see what happened. And it's so funny how Europe calls this country poor, but they will never leave. They don't want to leave this country alone. If this is a poor country, leave them alone. You know, it's crazy that he's going through all these assassination attempts. You know, we have seen many African leaders get their heads blown off for just trying to make it right. And with all the hurt and pain and suffering that our leaders cause us, why aren't we treating them the same way there? Because he's building roads. They have electrical cars now. He's created thousands of jobs. He's trying to lift his people out of poverty. He made school free. He's building hospitals, everything that our government isn't doing. And if we sit back and let our government kill this man, I know a lot of people say eye for eye makes you blind, but shit, oh fucking well. Because there's no way we're going to negotiate with terrorists. That's what our government is full of, terrorists. And they keep trying to overthrow this man. And I'm glad that he moves like how he moves. I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, he keeps his people in check, because if he know what has happened to the past leaders of Africa, Gaddafi, and all of these leaders that has done the same thing, that wanted to mine their own gold, who wanted to make sure that his people have free housing, healthcare, all of these things that we're not even promised here. And we don't have resources. I mean, we have just enough, if not more resources from stealing, from thievery, and we don't use it towards our people. If anything happens to this man, I think there should be riots in America. Oh yes, and I mean Black Americans, Africans, all of you, white people, all of you should get on the fucking ground and do something about this. Say something about this, because there's no way this shit can stand. There's no way we're supposed to be in these countries when they keep telling us to get the fuck out. It is not our business. We can't keep poking our nose in these people's business, overthrow their governments, and then call them poor. You kill their leaders and then say they have no leadership. And a lot of you going to say, well, he wasn't it's not a democracy. It was a military coup. Oh, fucking well. It was a good military coup. It was a great military coup, because you know what he has done since he had that military coup. Now, if he was selfish, like how American generals are claiming, he would be worth way more. If he was selfish, like how Americans and Europeans are claiming, he would have sold his people out to them. As soon as they gave him the word, he would have sold them out. But he didn't. He stood strong on all 10. Man, this is so fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. To be with somebody who took a bullet for you. You know what I'm saying? You with this man every day. He know your secrets. He probably know your favorite colors, your favorite foods. This is not even the first time that somebody in his ranks tried to kill him. Just a week ago, or like 2 weeks ago, they tried to poison him with tea. They tried to get him to drink some tea that was laced with poison. Another fucking coward. Instead of standing strong against America, against the empire, they are willing to sell their souls for what? A house in Paris? Shitty ass Paris? You want to live in Paris? You might as well come to live in Detroit. The fuck? They offer you money? Like you're not going to get that in the long run? That is fucking crazy. It's heartbreaking, man. Because every time something good is happening in Africa, here come these motherfuckers. And somebody trying to scam me. I don't have a fucking boat. What you talking about? I wish I did have a fucking boat. All right. Boat my ass to win. The fuck out of here. I think there should be riots in America. You should be deported. Deport me then, bitch. Deport me. You act like I want to be here. I ain't asked to be here. I don't supposed to be here. I'm a fucking black man in America. I don't supposed to be here at all. They brung me over here. They brung my ancestors over here. I never asked to be over here. I never asked to be a part of the fucking empire. Deport me and help me join the fucking military in Africa. Do me a favor. Do me a favor so I can go and get my and go training and get ready to kill some Europeans. Get ready to kill some American soldiers. Do me a favor. Deport me. And then what? You're just gonna send an enemy? Like what? Oh yeah, I'm an enemy to the empire, so you want to deport me? So fucking what? So fucking what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. All you bootlicking ass bitches who oh well, if you don't like it, you should, nigga. I ain't got to do nothing. First of all, I ain't got to do a damn thing. I ain't got to do a damn thing for real. I help my people in this motherfucker. I help everybody who I can. I teach everybody who will listen. But I ain't got to do a damn thing. But if you want to deport me, go ahead. I want to go. Send me to anywhere in Africa. I'll make my way. I'll make my way. Send me back to West Africa where my grandfather is from. I'll make my way to Burkina Faso. I'll join the ranks and I will kill any European leaders or any European soldiers or American soldiers who try to overthrow the motherfuckers and trying to steal resources and land that don't belong to them. You greedy motherfuckers. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all see injustice happening and all you can say is deport. Y'all see the injustice happening and people speaking up for injustice and people speaking up for people that has been through hell. They are rebuilding their fucking country and all you got to say is, man, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up, man. I'm tired of you weak ass Americans, bro. Y'all niggas some of the weakest people ever, bro. Because if the shit happened over here, you will be crying foul. If somebody killed Trump, somebody killed Biden and try to overthrow our shit, y'all be crying foul. But no, we go across the world, kill whatever the fuck we want to. We rape, we take, we do whatever the fuck we want with nobody fucking giving us any pushback. Nobody has the military to push back against us. And now we finally get something. And y'all want to cry. Nigga, shut up. Shut the fuck up. What kind of bullshit is that? Y'all niggas is weak. That's why you will never get anywhere. Because you're weak. A motherfucker can't call out his own government without y'all saying, shut the fuck up, nigga. And that's why the Houthis whooping y'all ass. That's why Hamas is whooping y'all ass, because all of y'all are weak. America don't make soldiers. You're not born to be a soldier here. You're born to be a fucking consumer. You're born to work in a fucking factory. That's why every time you go out to these places, they kick your fucking ass because they've been training to kill you since day one. Because you've been trained, because we have been out there. We have been out there. We have been taking everything. And yes, this is they have the right to defend themselves. They have the right to defend themselves. We shouldn't be over there at all. We shouldn't have no money going into these fucking, into these military coups. We shouldn't be sponsoring no shit like that. What we should do is focus on bringing manufacturing back to America like how Trump claimed. Bring back down the grocery prices, right? That's what we should be fucking focusing on. We should be focusing on getting our people education, getting our people better fucking, better food that's not full of fucking pesticides and not sprayed with all kind of poisons. Y'all children can't even fucking read. And you want to go over here and kill people for what? For your capitalist gods, because you're a dog. You are a dog. And guess what? You go over there and you kill all those people. You took all that gold. You took all that land, and you don't even benefit from it. You come back home with PTSD on the side of the road, crying and begging like a bitch. The VA don't take care of me. Who fault is that? Ain't nobody tell you to go over there and do that shit. Now you got PTSD from killing all them little kids, and you crying at me like a bitch? Like I'm supposed to give a fuck? Like I sent you over there? Real soldiers don't get PTSD. Real soldiers don't get PTSD. Because you know why? Because the fight is noble. Because the fight is right. And if I see you trying to take what's mine, I'm not gonna have any second thoughts about it if I take your life. So no, real soldiers don't get PTSD. A bunch of pussies over here. You sold your soul for a fucking Camaro. You sold your soul for a fucking Dodge that you can't even take care of. You don't even get free housing when you come back and kill all those people. What you get? You don't even get health care. What you get? Not a damn thing. Deport me, nigga. Fuck out of here. A shitty ass college degree that you can't even do nothing with. You can't even do nothing with it. What jobs is out there that say that okay, you got a master's, and then what? My stepdaughter has a master's. She's a social worker. Her ass supposed to be making $200,000 a year, something that can actually pay back her student loans. You think she got, no, she's a social worker. She's a social worker. And yes, she take pride in her work. We all should, helping the people and whatnot. But if you spent, I don't think y'all know how much that shit costs to go and get y'all masters. She'll never be able to pay those student loans back. Fuck out of here, man. So yes, like I said, there should be rights in all through America. Y'all motherfuckers ain't tired of them overthrowing all these countries. Y'all motherfuckers ain't tired of seeing all these babies splatter across your goddamn screens. Have you grown numb to it? Have they took your humanity away? What is the problem here? Dumbass motherfuckers. Damn, I'm trying to find a story I had about. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, Marlon, thank you for the $5. True patriots speak truth to power, not turn a blind eye to it. Hey, look, call it what you want. But yeah, patriotism, being real with yourself, being real with reality, being in touch with what's going on, call it what you want. But I'm not about to sit here and watch all this shit go on. And we are in the middle of the empire. If you can't even call out what's going on, you're useless. Gio, thank you for the 10 gifted 10 Revolutionary Blackout memberships. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Y'all go ahead and go get those. Yeah, somebody pissed me off, man. They always piss me off. All these fucking shit libs. I can't stand Americans. This is why y'all gonna die dumb, deaf, and blind. What kind of shit is that? Damn, where the fuck is the story? I know I saved it, man. Because we just deported a 2-year-old, their mother, and they was American citizens. And I kept telling people, I was on the space, and I was telling people like, hey, you know, don't be surprised if you started to get deported. You know, he's like, they're not going to deport Black Americans. I said they already were. They already are. We was deporting Black Americans when Obama was in office. And they're, oh, that's not true. That's not true. And I said, nigga, Google it. Like, you can't just say what I'm saying, not true. Look it up. But you know, the thing is, a lot of you people are cowards, and y'all don't want to look up what's really going on, because you're gonna have to face reality that you're next. You're fucking next. It doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, whatever the fuck it is. If they don't like you, they're gonna find a fucking way. They're gonna find a fucking way. It doesn't fucking matter. They just arrested a judge for going against Trump's word, because Trump was breaking the fucking law. And instead of, hey, you know, maybe we shouldn't be breaking the law. No, let's lock up that judge. Let me type this shit in, man, since I can't fucking find it. Here we go. Man, Obama did a lot of evil ass shit. Yeah, he was deporting black people to Haiti.
2-year-old U.S. citizen was taken out of the country with no meaningful process. Here's what we know. According to a federal judge in Louisiana, an undocumented immigrant from Honduras who was being deported decided to take her child with her. U.S. District Judge Terry A. Dowdy said it is illegal and unconstitutional to deport, detain for deportation, or recommend deportation of a U.S. citizen. As a result, Dowdy scheduled a hearing for May 16th. Dowdy was appointed by President Donald Trump in 2017. However, Mitch P. Gonzalez, a representative for the mother and co-founder of Sanctuary of the South, an immigration and LGBTQ civil rights cooperative, described the situation differently. Gonzalez said, ICE is mischaracterizing that this was her wish. This woman was held in an undisclosed hotel. Gonzalez also noted that the woman is pregnant and that ICE routinely prevented her from accessing her attorneys and family to plan accordingly. He also said, during the approximately 3 days she was held with her children, cut off from family and counsel, ICE made her feel threatened and coerced into accepting deportation under duress. When the Louisiana court tried to contact a government lawyer ahead of the May 16th hearing, they were informed that the mother and child were already in Honduras. On their way to a meeting to discuss the deportation, the mother and her child were intercepted and detained by immigration and customs enforcement agents in New Orleans. The mother's attorneys argue that removing the child from the U.S. violated the Constitution and the child's rights as a U.S. citizen. Government lawyers contend that because the mother has legal custody, she had the right to take her child to Honduras. While in ICE detention, the mother submitted a handwritten letter stating she intended to bring her daughter with her to Honduras.
And you know what? I would too. I don't give a fuck. Like, I would too. I would too. But the baby is still a U.S. citizen. And that's not even the only U.S. citizen that has been deported. There was multiple, like they are literally just they are literally just fucking snatching up kids and U.S. citizens. Hold on, let me share this.
Now, in the past 24 hours, we learned that the Trump administration has deported at least 4 children, all of whom are U.S. citizens. And I want to highlight 2 specific cases. The first is one of the children has metastatic cancer, was deported without their medication, without a treatment plan, without access to their doctors that have been in the United States of America. The second is this 2-year-old that was deported without sufficient due process, according to a federal judge in Louisiana. These aren't the only cases of U.S. citizens being deported. They're just 2 of them. And while according to allegations, they were deported alongside their mother, who may not have been a United States citizen, that doesn't matter because the children themselves are U.S. citizens and have rights, have due process rights under the law. Now, the mother, too, whether or not you are a citizen or not, you have due process rights. But the children can remain in the United States if they want to, and if a parent or legal guardian is a citizen and petitions for them to do so. And while the Trump administration is playing fast and loose with immigration policy and immigration rules right now, I'm going to do a full breakdown of what this all means on my Substack, link to my.
It doesn't matter if you're 50 years old or 5 years old. You are a U.S. citizen. You deserve due process. You deserve due process. This shit is just disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting. These people are fucking sick in the head. They're sick in the head. And you know what? It's so crazy about this is Trump still isn't even deporting people on the same level as Biden. This is fucking crazy, y'all. And I don't know what they think we're going to do without the, like, they think Americans think too highly of themselves because, to be honest, you guys don't do labor. You have no labor. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always put off our labor into somebody else, whether that be slaves or undocumented immigrants or whatever the fuck it may be. You guys are not going to go to these fucking jobs. You don't want to be in the fields. You don't want to do what they was doing. And you're not definitely not going to take it when they tell you we're going to pay you $2 a day. Are you going to go do those jobs? No. No Americans is going to go out there. Y'all don't have what it takes to do these labor-intense jobs. You weren't born to do these labor-intense jobs because everything that was here, somebody else did it for you. You just get the benefit from the fruits of their labor. I don't know not one fucking white American who would get out there in the fucking hot sun, days on end, and do the jobs that these people was doing that kept America going. So not only is the tariffs kicking our asses, the shelves are about to be empty, the farms are empty. Who's going to do these jobs? You? No. White people have been gave up their labor. They don't do labor. And I know you white MAGA motherfuckers. Oh, we're gonna get it. I remember that shit in Florida when Florida went down. Have y'all not learned? Have y'all not learned? When all those the Mexicans and the Latinas and all the motherfuckers, when they left Florida, Florida went down. The housing that they was building fucked up. Farms fucked up. And you have white people out there like, yeah, we're going to pick the cherries. We're going to pick the fruits. We're going to pick the vegetables. They didn't even last a fucking week. White people have never been laborers, especially in America. Point to me in a time where white Americans was fucking like, what? Y'all are your own poison. I don't get it. Y'all are your own poison, bro. On a large scale, us as Americans, we been gave up our labor, bro. And now you want to kick out immigrants and everybody else to do the grunt work that you can't even you won't even pull yourself down to do. And I know there's white farmers. I know but there's not on the scale, not on the, no, there's no comparison. There's no fucking comparison, man. And now you're shooting yourself in the foot because they told you immigrants are taking your jobs. How the fuck can somebody without a document take your job? How the fuck can somebody that? From the roofing, to gardening, fucking farming, cooking. What the fuck? Hispanics, oh, they have been holding us down. And now you throwing them to the side because they're taking your jobs. No, capitalists gave away your job because they found somebody to do it for cheap. And you can't come with that. You can't come up with that because you don't see these billionaires and millionaires as enemies. You don't see them leeching off of us. Not only us, not only are we being played and we are being starved from our 9-to-5s, but even the Hispanics and the undocumented groups, we all are being played. But you don't want to put that in your mind because what? You scared to have solidarity? You scared to learn? Or are you just a fucking coward and you want to blame something on somebody so little when it comes to the real world? It was a Coca-Cola factory. When Trump got in office, there was a Coca-Cola factory that called ICE on all their undocumented immigrants because they was planning on walking the fuck out and leaving. And they got all of them arrested. Yeah. Yeah. So who fought is this? Okay, we had undocumented immigrants and children under 13 working in these factories. Who fought is that? They didn't hire you? For what? Why wouldn't they hire you? Was it because a Mexican took the job, or is it because they know that they would do the job for less pay? They know you Americans, y'all want $25 an hour. Y'all want to unionize. You want to do this. You want to do all these things that they don't want. And then what? Everybody like, oh, they're going to bring the jobs back. Look, if they bring back any of these factories, you think humans going to be in those factories? You really think it's going to be humans building them cars? You really think it's going to be humans, you know what I'm saying, making your clothes, making your phones? You think nigga, they don't want you. They don't want to pay you. They want to make as much money as possible without paying anybody. So yes, you're going to have some humans in there, but they're going to be tech bros. They're going to be a couple of engineers who's going to fix those robots that took your job. Now it's going to be the robots that take your job. Now it's going to be AI. Then what? You're going to kick out the robots? You're going to deport the robots? Oh shit, y'all niggas is crazy. They're gonna bring back the jobs. Yeah, okay. Let's see how that works. Let's see how this shit work out. Y'all niggas dumb as hell. Everybody getting played. Everybody getting played, bro. Come to reality. Come to reality, man. You think they're making AI to make your life better? No. To make it easier on you? No. They're building this shit to replace you. They want to replace the worker because you complain too much. You guys come with all kind of pre-existing conditions. You want to take days off. You want a break? You want 2 30-minute breaks? We're going to have to stop the line. You know how much that's gonna cost me? You guys got to take drugs in order to function. That's crazy. Y'all crazy. Oh man. And oh shit, I almost forgot about this story. Today it was a Chinese military cargo plane that landed in Beirut. Yeah, so I don't know what's up with that. Let's see if right. What do you mean want overtime? Oh God, that is crazy. That is crazy, bro. My wife cheated on me. I can't work today. Nigga, I don't care. Get your ass. That's crazy, but I don't know. We seen the Chinese military cargo ship out in Beirut, so I don't know what that's all about. I'm trying to see what that's about. I will have more on that story when I find out more. When we see, if it's defense systems, is it, who are they funding? Who are they helping? It's a real shakeup, and I'd rather not touch that story until more things unfold. But yeah, there's hey Tia, good to see you too. Good to see you too. Well, I can't see you, but good to read you. But I don't know what's going on. I want more stuff to unfold. I've been looking into it. All I can find is that yes, that it is true. A Chinese cargo plane did land there, but we have no information on what's going on other than that. And I'd rather not make conspiracy theories because we don't know. And there's a couple of people that's mad about this. They say, "Oh, China isn't as anti-war as they say they are," and blah blah. Look, China is protecting not only themselves but their assets. They're protecting many people that works for them, and you never know what operations they have on. Nobody is entirely anti-war, and I don't think China actually said that they are anti-war. They have warships out there. Like they are doing military train. They are doing military training around Taiwan right now. So yeah, I don't think they ever called themselves anti-war. What they said was, we don't have to go to war. We don't have to drop a bomb to win a war against the U.S. And that is true. And we are seeing this with our own eyes, whether that be the tariffs or China putting the middleman out of business and just shitting on these luxury brands. It's so much shit that China is doing to America. We're never going to recover. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. We're not going to recover from this. A couple weeks from now, we're going to start seeing lots of more empty shelves, because let's face it, we don't grow a lot of the food here that we eat. We don't make the food. We just eat the food. It is what it is. So what I would do if I was you, if you have a lawn, I would turn up your grass, tear it up, get rid of the grass, grow some food. Even if you live in an HOA, grow some food, because these weeks are about to be very harsh on a lot of you. And I know a lot of you even work at grocery stores. Hey, look, how does it feel to work at a grocery store and not be able to afford the food there? So yeah, I think you should. I think you should start growing food and find your green thumb, even if you don't have it. YouTube is right there. Google is right there. They'll teach you every step of the way. They will teach you what to do. There's many people on TikTok. We have so many black people. I've never seen so many black people with so many gardens. I go on TikTok, you type in hood garden. So many fucking black people with gardens now. Grow your food, because I'm telling you, it's about to be real hard. And we're going to, you're going to have to pull it together. You're going to have to build community. You're going to have to talk to your neighbors like, hey, we got to do something, man, because ain't no way tomatoes cost $10. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oh yeah, there's many ways. Yep, there's many ways to grow. Like, man, they got all kind of ways you can grow food now. You don't even have to tear up people's property. You know, you can just don't grow it in a pot nowadays. But I advise you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not a doomer. I'm not a doomer. This is the reality that we are living in. Like, better get this shit together. Please like, share, subscribe. Everybody who just came in, please like, share, subscribe. This is the best way people will be able to see this. If you're new here, if you didn't know, I gotta run this back. I gotta plug myself. I gotta plug the party. Sorry about that. But we're gonna be doing a giveaway out there in Chicago, July 16th. If you are out there in Chicago, please hit us up. I will give you my personal phone number. We will be able to connect. And when I get down there, you know, we can help the people out. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom, bam. Me and the chairman, Fred Hampton Jr., is doing a event together. We're trying to raise $8,000. We're trying to give away diapers, food, clothes. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have music out. We're going to be doing speeches. We're going to connect with people. I'm pretty sure there's going to be, you know, other groups out there, other revolutionary groups out there. It's going to be a good time to actually connect with people in your community and outside your community, so we can continue to do stuff like this all the time. If you can, please donate. I got the links strolling below me. Cash App, Tour for the Poor, PayPal, Unholy Rome 6, and Venmo, Tour for the Poor. Trying to raise some money to get this over with. I don't have that much time. I wish I really should have pushed this back. If I have to, I will. But if you can, please donate, and also donate to Save the Hampton House. We're going to be doing. We're going to be collecting donations outside of the Hampton House while we are there. All the proceeds will go straight to the Hampton House to make sure that we can build and make sure that it stays up, and we make a museum for the people of Chicago to be able to, you know, read about and learn about all the things that not only the chairman Fred Hampton has done, but everything that the party has done, everything, even from the killings, you know what I'm saying, all the people they have fed and stuff like that. Well, not the killings, they didn't kill anybody, but, you know, the police killing their people, you know, lots of Black Panthers ran to different countries and, you know, was shunned out of the communities and whatnot. It's going to be a great thing to have, because, you know, one thing that they are erasing is a lot of our histories, and it's good to learn from history so we won't repeat it. So if you can, please donate to Tour for the Poor. It's going to be a great day, man. I just know it is. I know it is. I know it is, man. Oh, wait. Whew. Thank you all for coming out. I got to go because I'm hungry. I ain't going to lie. I think JB is live. Nick will be live at 6. Sabby's going to be live at 8. I think we got a long day. We got a full day ahead of us. So, yeah. Thank you all for coming out, showing support, showing love. Please like, share, and subscribe so more people can see this. I will catch you guys on Twitter. And I got to get up out of here because my stomach is growling, man. Growling. But I love you guys. Thank you all for coming out, showing love. I appreciate it, man. Because, man, it's been it's been a rough year for RBN, no lie. But we still here, and we're going to continue to do the damn thing. So thank you all. And I from the bottom of my heart, I truly do love all of you. And I hope you have a great day and stay safe out there.